Welcome to Prime Sports with me, Daniel Kranting. And the Ghana Football Association has offered an explanation for forward Abdul Fattah Issahaku's absence from the Black Stars squad to face Chad and Mali in next month's FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The former under-20 star recently returned from an anterior cruciate ligament injury that kept him out for close to 7 months. According to the FA, Black Stars head coach Otuado chose to leave out the 21-year-old so as not to risk him on the artificial turf in Chad. And for him to continue his rehabilitation, Ghana currently sit top of Group I, 3 points behind, ahead of second place Comoros. Now, after a successful maiden edition, the second edition of the Democracy Cup will take place at the University of Ghana Stadium on September 5 between Accra Hearts of Oak and Great Olympics. Joining us in the studio to talk more about the competition is Deputy CEO of Prime Val Media, Jeffrey Asai. Jeff, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Last year's games were absolute blockbuster. Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko in that one. Just tell us, what do we expect in this year's edition?
Is our meeting. One is about who is the landlord, who is the landlady of Accra, who carries the Ghana spirit, especially at the time when we are having Homo, and then also respect quality football. Great Olympics always give Hearts of Oak a tough time. Hearts of Oak think that if you check the recent performance of Accra Hearts of Oak, they are on an up in terms of the performance, even though the main league has not started, but their performance so far is good. Great Olympics think that being in Division 1 does not matter. They are going to shock Accra Hearts of Oak. So we are expecting a very spectacular game come next week at 6 p.m. because there will be the curtain raiser that will involve, one, the judicial service. Some of the judges are going to play. I don't know whether you've seen a judge play football before.
I don't think so.
We are going to see a judge that do not only give verdict in the court, but on the field of play to give verdict with their feet. So we are going to have judges mixing up with the legends. So if you look at John Mensah is leading the judges, you see Ajima Medu is leading the parliamentary service to play. So that will be a curtain raiser at 3 p.m. And then we have the match proper at 6 p.m. between Great Olympics and Accra Hearts of Oak.
Yeah, last year we also saw something very interesting before. We saw our MPs in action. We saw some of them playing the football right before, which was the curtain raiser before. Yes, the main competition. But tell us, what went into selecting these two teams? Because last season we saw Hearts and Kotoko. This time we are seeing the Gamma Janari.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of things. One of them is to look at, first of all, you look at the timing of what you are going to do. Like I said, there's Homo. I mean, if you want the true Homo, is the indigenous Great Olympics again Accra Hearts of Oak. You understand me? So the timing, I mean, but for some development, this game would have been played 29th. Because that's a peak Homo period. So we look at that, and also we look at the fact that we needed an excitement, a thrilling encounter with a bragging right at stake. So that can be the clash of city rivals. And we know the history of Hearts of Oak and Great Olympics. It's always a very cagey encounter, keenly contested. And we wanted that flavor different from last season's flavor. You understand me? So that was the reason why we picked Accra Hearts of Oak and Great Olympics for the game next week, Friday. Then there's a special package. I know that is for you. Me, the rate, I and Mufta, we are popular stand. You know, popular stand is 20 Ghana cedis. But you and the middle class is 50 Ghana cedis. Now, we are having a situation whereby the VIP is going for 200 Ghana cedis. The reason is because we are serving a special package. So you have finger foods, you have a lot of drinks, they have a lot of meats available. All you need to do is to get the 200 Ghana ticket, and then you have a nice time there. Enjoy your meat, enjoy your drink, non-alcoholic drinks that will be served there with a lot of meat. It's an opportunity to have a family moment there with friends and other networking that you can make there, and in a relaxed manner whilst enjoying a very entertaining and explosive football that's exhibited by both sides. So that's the reason why we really decided to create a certain favorable and nice family setup, friends and relationship setup for that 200 Ghana cedis VIP.
Yeah, and it's very important because we are in a stage where the patronage of Ghana football seems like it's dwindling. But the idea to make this a family feel, get people to the stadium, seems like something that the organizers are really taking seriously. Last year, we saw that patronage was really good at the Accra Sports Stadium. What went into changing the venue to the University of Ghana Stadium this time around?
Oh, well, of course. I mean, you know, the Black Stars are coming to train, and the pitch is an issue. And the Democracy Cup is a huge national event, and the Black Stars are also preparing for the game against Chad. We didn't want the issue of where we've gone there and then the pitch, no. So we decided to do that in University of Ghana Sports so that we can give the Black Stars a lot of opportunity to train before they go to Chad and go and play Chad and come back, so that the pitch can be prepared for the match against.
Quickly before I let you go, where can the viewers get tickets from?
Oh, I mean, when you even call my number 0244439945, 0244439945. That's for the VIP ticket. Yeah. But the 20 Ghana cedis, you have to come to the gate and purchase it at the University of Ghana. Come next week Friday. The gate will be open by 12 o'clock, and then the ticket will be available for sales at the venue.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey Asari. He's a Deputy CEO of Prime Val Media. Moving on to more stories, and Women's Premier League champions, Police Ladies, they recorded their first win of the WAFU B Champions League qualifiers, beating Samnelli FC from Benin 3-1 in their second group game earlier today. Joining us from Cote d'Ivoire to discuss the game is my colleague Lawrence Bedu. Lawrence, good evening. The girls did it. Police Ladies, they had to win their second game, 3-1 win against Samnelli.
Yeah, Danny, good evening. Thank you very much. I mean, it's all smiles. For Police Ladies, I mean, an emphatic victory, one that puts them in a good position to, secure qualification into the semi-finals of this competition. 3 points, a performance that they'll be proud of, and one that seemed like they needed after that loss to Bayelsa Queens. Impressive first half performance. The second half, they came into the game a bit sloppy in the last 15 minutes of that game. But then the important thing was getting the 3 points, and that was what happened.
Yesterday we mentioned the fact that Ghanaian teams seem to have a very good relationship with Samnelli. Last year, Pimdakwa were winners over them. Police Ladies have done it this time around. What are the group dynamics looking like, and what do Police Ladies need to do in their last game to make sure they gain qualification to the semi-finals?
As things stand, they moved second in Group B. Bayelsa Queens, who beat ASCO earlier today by 3-0, automatically qualified to the semi-finals because they will be on 6 points with one more game to go. Police Ladies now on 3 with, one more goal as an advantage. Then Samnelli comes in 3 points. ASCO have no points at all. So Police Ladies against ASCO in their final group stage, all they have to do is avoid defeat. Once they avoid defeat, and also hope that Samnelli will not beat Bayelsa Queens, which will play in their favor and then ensure that they advance to the semi-final stage of the competition. So beat ASCO and secure qualification, or draw against ASCO and hope that Samnelli do not beat Bayelsa Queens. That is all that Police Ladies have to pray for ahead of their final game, final Group B game, which happens on the 30th.
Let's quickly talk about the game itself. Obviously, after that loss against Bayelsa Queens in the opening game, it was really important to bounce back. Talk about the star names, the goal scorers, who made it happen for Police Ladies today, obviously through the guidance of Yusuf Basigi.
For whatever reasons, Yusuf Basigi decided to make 5 changes to his starting lineup. Also brought in the Deborah Efrie, who had to miss the first game through, issues beyond the team's control. There was also Margaret Ejapoma, who was coming into the starting lineup. The surprise, maybe surprise inclusion, not too surprising, was the fact that Laura still kept her place in the starting lineup, especially after that first game where she looked a bit tired. She was able to play the full 90 minutes. Goal scorers, as far as Police Ladies are concerned, had to be Grace Enima, Sarah Nyako, and then Deborah Efrie, who was coming into the team. Sarah, in the end, secured the Player of the Match award after a goal and an assist in that very important victory against Samnelli. 2 goals in the first half, another coming in the second half. It was a performance that Yusuf Basigi will be proud of, a performance that the technical team will be proud of. And the fact that he kept on communicating with the team throughout the entire game was one thing that was impressive watching from the media stands. So it is something that Police Ladies will be hoping to count on. They are hoping that some players who were unable to play due to I mean, a few knocks will recover. But then even in their absence, they have players who are capable of replacing them, coming into the team, and then changing the dynamics of the team. We want to talk more about someone like Laura. Look, for someone who had not played for quite a time, played professional football for quite a time after deciding to quit FC Northern. She's been in Ghana for the past 4 years, moving to and fro, but then she's now decided to settle in Ghana for a project, and then police ladies deciding to bring her into the team. She's adapted very well. It was all cheers anytime she got onto the ball, and she was calling for the fans to back the team. I mean, more of a Ghanaian culture, because when the Ghanaians are playing and they are getting the results in their favor, all they want is for the fans to be behind them. That was Norris' reaction all throughout the game. But then credit to Sarah Nyako, who was a thorn in the flesh of the Sam Nelly squad. Their head coach admitted that she was like a poison to them, because everything from police ladies was being run through her.
Lawrence, let's just talk about the other group, the dynamics. What does it look like in terms of permutations? If police ladies can get the results, who are we likely to face in that semi-finals? And what is the other group looking like in terms of competition?
I think at this point, they are more likely to face a side in, that is, if ASEC Mimosa should even get a draw, they go top of the group. And then there is USFA, who are from Burkina Faso. They look like the team that could finish second. If that should happen, then means police ladies will be playing the host nation, which is or host team, which is ASEC Mimosa, in that semi-final game. ASEC haven't been too convincing. You watch their first game against AS Guard and AS Guard National, where there's a Ghanaian interest. I mean, because there are about 2 or 3 Ghanaian players in that team. It wasn't too convincing, but then they are yet to play their second game, which will be, everybody will be looking forward to, because that in the end will probably decide who police ladies face. But in terms of competition, I would say there's been much better competition in Group B as compared to what we have seen in Group A so far, Danny.
Thank you very much, Lawrence Bedu, my colleague inside Ivory Coast, following the WAFU B Champions League qualifiers. Let's do some athletics news now. And Ghanaian sprinter Benjamin Azamati says strengthening personal ties between team members will be crucial for Ghana's 4x100-meter relay team ahead of next month's World Championships. Team Ghana are currently camping in Texas, preparing for the global showpiece.
I don't think there's been too much of a difference from that time to now. I think we all still kind of do everything together and move as a team. So I think personally, I know that's one of the things that has taken us from this level to this level.
Everything as a team, because once you get on that stage, you're going to do is a relay. It has to be a team thing. So that's kind of been the main thing amongst us. So with regards to speed and everything, I don't think there's any difference. It's just the tradition that keeps us going.
I did prepare for this. I didn't know this was coming.
Yeah.
And then my first time joining the team, I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous though. So we go to China, everything went and like, I think that was my first time with Joe Port. I mean, Barnabas have been with him anyway. So.
Yeah.
Since I have my colleagues over there, so I know they're gonna bring it home for me and I'm gonna get the job done. It's all about trusting each other and believing in each other. So that's all it takes. Yeah.
So France won at Olympics with like, I think 10-3 people and all that stuff. So even though there's speed involved, I feel like with relay, it's all about execution and hoping that everybody does, they are part of the job.
Yeah, like on the coaches. Yeah. So who does the work best? I mean, whoever is being selected for the top 40 rank, we are the back, or whoever is at the back is going to give them the support.
We had really good coaches, Coach Pincock and Coach JB. They came. There's so many, even though I've been on the relay since 2019, there's so many things that they said that sounded new to me.
It's now time to turn our attention to German football, and with the 2025-26 Bundesliga season finally underway, there are a lot of stories to unpack. For that roundup, we are joined by our colleague Dania Barcelona from DW, our partner station inside Berlin. Dania, thank you very much for joining us. Bayern Munich, they kicked off the new season with a bang against Leipzig. What can you tell us about that game? Thanks, Dania. Dania Barcelona from DW, our partner station inside Berlin. And that's a wrap for Prime Sports with me, Daniel Kranting. Thanks for your time.